Michael was a different level, man. He's a different level of competitiveness, just sheer will to win. He changed the game. He changed the game. I mean, not just in one aspect, in many aspects, every aspect of the game, he changed it. I played against some of the greatest players in the history of this game. Michael Jordan was one of those guys that lifted my ability to the next level. We enjoyed the competition with one another. We played very hard and fiercely against one another, but it was like you had two gentlemen going head to head. Michael Jordan and I wasn't just coming down the court getting dunks at the dunks. We found creative ways to score. I can't tell you the fun and the pleasure I had to play against him. You know, and Michael and I, we never really talked about those games. It was kind of an unspoken thing between us. You know, the respect level that we had was at a different level. I think I had a great game in Atlanta, and I remember going to Chicago. Michael walks into our locker room, and we're still in suit and tie. We haven't gotten dressed yet, and he walks in our locker room, suit and tie, and I was like, what are you doing coming in our locker room? And I ain't gonna say exactly what I said. And so he walked by me, he walked by Kevin Willis, and he got to Randy Whitman, he tapped him on his butt, and he said, lace him up, it's gonna be a long night. He got 60 that night. He got 60. And it was a very close game. I think it went down to the last shot in that game, but I think he proved his point.
An unmistakable view of the Windy City and a lot of anticipation in the air. Welcome everyone to Chicago. This is Kevin Harlan along with me, Clark Kellogg. We've got David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines as we get set to watch the Atlanta Hawks go up against the Chicago Bulls. Clark, this should be a beauty.
You know, each of these teams, Kevin, has a guy who is in the running for the league lead in scoring. I'm, of course, talking about two guys that don't need introduction, Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. Going to be a lot of fun watching these guys try to one-up each other offensively.
And Clark, beyond just Jordan and Wilkins, plenty of other talented scorers on each of these teams as well.
Kevin, you make a very good point. I mean, these are two impressive high-octane lineups, which I think could result in this score really getting run up in a hurry.
This should be one to remember. And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright in the middle.
Expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one. They're both exceptional scoring threats, and I know their teams are expecting each of them to be the difference makers out there as they try to get the W.
Now, here is Webb. Inside. Here's Malone. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. You know, often, Clark, it's the team's respective leader who sets the tone for their whole squad.
You are correct, partner. So if Jordan or Wilkins can manage to get off to a hot start, that could spread to the other guys and get their whole team rolling early.
That's a good point. Rivers trying to get open. Webb can't hit. The #1 objective, Clark, of this Bulls defense has to be limiting Dominique Wilkins' looks. They've got to contain that incredible scoring of his.
Kevin, you're all over it. Right on point. I mean, if Chicago can't disrupt his usual scoring, then they're in for a long night and some real trouble. You know, if Webb finds an opening in the mid-range, he'll take it. The defense has got to keep him marked at all times.
That one falls. Jordan's got his second basket. All right, Clark, Wilkins and Jordan, a couple of talented one-on-one players who are both going to be seeking mismatches in this one.
And, you know, Kevin, if you're on either of these teams, you've got to be ready to come at Jordan and Wilkins defensively. Don't let them dictate things. Low-effort defense, not going to get it done because they'll take advantage of that fully.
Oof. Here's Webb. Here's Concat. And here's Rivers. Outside Wilkins. Clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. Puts up a 3. You know, Clark, in some ways, this game could come down to either Jordan's or Wilkins. And who scores the most? Outperforming the other could seal the game for their team.
And, Kevin, that's exactly what we'll be keeping a close eye on. Which one is leading in the point column? Because I agree the winner of that duel very well could decide this thing.
Oh, what a duel it's going to be. The two scoring leaders facing off. But to dig deeper, let's go to a guy who can dig as deep as any, David Aldridge. D.A.
Thanks, guys. We know that Dominique and Jordan's scoring will probably be the big story of the night, but there's a lot more to these guys' games that could affect the outcome. With Wilkins, we've seen a new focus from him on improving his rebounding, and as always, Jordan's defense can be just as impactful as his offense. Guys, back to you.
You know, David, that's an interesting point. And I think you're right. It's not just Clark about scoring tonight. It's got to be a multi-faceted game. Wouldn't you agree?
I certainly would, Kevin. Limiting your opponent's touches and disrupting their shot attempts and their offensive flow, I think could be the real name of the game in this one. You just can't get it done with offense alone.
I know Jordan takes pride in his defense. We'll see if that's true tonight.
Yep, we'll keep an eye on that.
Some fresh competition, Clark, for the Bulls and Hawks in the league this year, with two expansion teams coming to the NBA in Orlando and Minnesota.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, these teams are focused on the game at hand. That's pretty obvious, but this is a very interesting time for the NBA. A lot of new talent and a new landscape.
A lot of growing indeed.
And they're pressing their advantage here, looking to extend this lead.
Webb against Armstrong. It's Wilkins on the wing. A fadeaway. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Cartwright's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Jordan. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Credit to these Hawks, Clark, for having a constant postseason presence these last few seasons.
3 straight second-round appearances, and then last year a tough loss in the first round. But I say don't let that fool you. These Hawks are a very competitive team.
They really are. Michael's game goes to an even higher level when Atlanta enters this building. It's a rivalry that Jordan welcomes each and every time. Now, here is Webb. Wilkins, the pass to Rivers. Here's Malone. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. Obviously, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, Clark, both apply great defensive pressure. You know, but the Hawks have some fast hands and some nice defensive skills of their own.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. I mean, you think about Doc Rivers. If the Bulls aren't careful around Rivers, he could create a lot of havoc and force a bunch of turnovers. And in a contest between two very high-scoring teams, we know every possession counts.
Yeah, Rivers is like a coach on the floor.
He really is.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Fires from the wing, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Boy, they didn't waste any time, did they? They got going right away.
The Hawks trail by 13. 19 seconds left in the first. Now, here is Webb. Malone, a screen on Armstrong. Here's Webb. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Yeah, it's hard to not be captivated by the little fella, Spud Webb. 5'7", but he's got a 42-inch vertical bounce.
Michael Jordan getting it done for Chicago. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back, everyone, to Chicago as the second quarter gets underway. It's been an exciting game so far. between the hometown Chicago Bulls and the visiting Atlanta Hawks.
For the Bulls. Whoa! Big time. You can always count on Jordan to crank it up a little bit here at home and give these Bulls fans a game worth watching.
Paxson against Smith. It's Wilkins on the wing. The pass to Rivers. Three-pointer. Here's Willis. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Boy, T-Rex, they call him, Kevin Willis, devouring those second chance points.
Bulls making a switch here. Kings checked in, and he's got his first chance at the line here. The Bulls leading by 13. Clark, how do you think the Bulls have done so far in defending Dominique Wilkins?
I think they've done a solid job, quite honestly. I mean, they've taken away the easy looks for him, and they're making him work for every shot. Kevin, that's really all you want to do against a great scorer like Wilkins.
Yeah, make him work for every bucket. That's a good point. And they double up Jordan. Pass to King. To the wing on the left. Jordan left side. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Dominique Wilkins.
You know, there's so much that's amazing to me about Jordan, but his endurance stands out. He consistently gets stronger, it seems, as the game goes on.
Will Purdue's checked in for Horace Grant. Now looking back at the opening quarter, Clark, Jordan managed to stay ahead of Wilkins in points scored.
Yeah, really good start for him, Kevin, in that regard, but can he keep doing that the entire game?
Right. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pippen against Rivers. Out to the wing. Fires from 18. That one rolling around and rims out. The Bulls leading by 15. King, the pass to Jordan. Driving the lane. Bucket is good. Jordan's got 6 points in the quarter.
Not surprising at all to see Jordan piling up points, playing with a lot of determination and grit, and insisting on being aggressive looking for his shots.
Passes it to Smith. Shoots from 8. Here's Carr. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
The Hawks and the Bulls, when you look at the measurables of teams and players, pretty standard for the league, with explosively athletic backcourts and then quite a bit of size down low, too.
Let's go to David Aldridge, who has some inside info on the Chicago Bulls.
Hey, Kevin, when you talk to the coaching staff and you say, what's the key to success against the Hawks, they have a one-word answer. Michael. They expect big numbers from Jordan, probably exceeding his average of 35 points from last season. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, that's good stuff there, David. Sometimes, Clark, the answer is that simple, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to complicate it, especially when you're talking about Jordan, because he does make it really simple. Although he's not a one-man show, his whole team is going to have to still step up.
And they take pride in that, don't they? Helping this very special talent do what they've got to do.
Yeah, they're pros, and they get their checks twice a month, too.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. 17-point game. Clark, we were talking about size. Both of these teams start a 7-footer at center.
Yeah, you know, Koncak and Cartwright are very imposing at that position, Kevin. And then you get Grant and Malone are paired evenly at 6'10", so, hey, there's no way this game is not going to be physical in the paint.
Yeah, it'll be a battle for sure. Here's Jordan, and it's Chicago scoring again.
Boy, what a ruthless, wicked dribble move that time by Jordan. Threw his defender off and got the space he needed to fire. Well, you got to appreciate how consistent these Atlanta Hawks have been. I mean, season to season, even while going through some roster shakeups, they've been steady.
6 on the shot clock, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
That right there is devastating. Trying to get back in the ball game, and that mistake just kills momentum.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Cartwright's checked in for Purdue. Hodges comes in for Pippen. And B.J. Armstrong has subbed in for John Paxson. Atlanta also making some changes here. Malone's checked in for Willis. Livingston comes in for Antoine Carr. And Webb subbed in for Smith. Clark, as we know, last year the Hawks were able to hit 50 wins for the 4th consecutive season.
And Kevin, I think that speaks to obviously the product on the floor, but the quality of their organization too. I mean, these are players and coaches who just know how to win games.
The Bulls leading by 19. So far, Michael Jordan has been getting just about Clark everything he wants on the offensive end.
And that's not unexpected, but, you know, that doesn't bode well for the Hawks as Wilkins has been unable to answer Jordan with shots of his own, which I think says a lot about the job the Chicago defense is doing.
I agree.
Malone owns the paint area of the floor. Nobody coming in there messing with him.
Armstrong kicks to Jordan. He dishes it to Armstrong. Jordan is doubled. Fires the three. And the Bulls get it back. Here's Webb. Rebound by the Bulls.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
You've got to appreciate a dunk like that, even if you're wearing an Atlanta jersey. My goodness.
And the high-flying antics of Jordan, simply awesome.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Bulls out front, running away with it. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. So welcome back, everyone, to the third quarter of this contest between the Bulls and the Hawks, where Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins have been going at it.
And as this second half gets underway, the defensive ability of the Hawks and Bulls only become more important. You got to limit your opponents down the stretch, and both of these teams have the ability to do that. Fantastic look. Excellent start to this second half.
And another great look at the 2K drive. Michael Jordan is out there with Paxson. Then it's Cartwright. Then there's Pippen. And it's Grant in at the 4 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. In the corner, it's Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Pippen with a wide open look. Off target from 3-point range. We were talking about this before, but Clark, some very capable defenders on both sides of the floor.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, so effective at wreaking havoc and forcing turnovers. And the Hawks have Doc Rivers, who can hassle ball handlers. He's physical as a backcourt defender, as well as Moses down low to eat that glass and block shots, too.
Both are fun to watch. We're going over the numbers from the first half, Clark. Jordan was able to top Wilkins in scoring in the first and second quarters combined.
A critical advantage partner that he worked really hard to get. Not all of his hoops were easy ones.
Right, you're right on that. Wilkins kicks to Rivers. 6 to shoot. Malone down low. Grant on him. Some solid defense from Grant. Malone's gone 2 for 7, struggling a bit. Michael Jordan rising up, and it's Jordan slamming it down.
Soaring up to the rim, Jordan makes it look so easy the way he gets off the floor. But I can tell you, that's harder than it looks.
Will it go? Webb can't hit.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why. These Hawks have a trusted and capable leader steering the ship, and that's Coach Mike Fratello. He won Coach of the Year for his work with this team in the '86 season.
Willis, he checked in for Concacaf.
Coming onto the floor for the Hawks, Kevin Willis.
Jordan against Wilkins. Offensive rebound. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 49 points in the game.
Love how Jordan uses his jumping ability on the offensive boards. I mean, this guy just does not give up.
Pass to Rivers. Here's Malone. Up again. That one doesn't go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Up top, Jordan, defended by Wilkins. Yeah, an experienced coach who knows his team inside and out. That's Mike Fratello. Clark, do you think that gives the Hawks an advantage?
I think it could, Kevin. I mean, Coach Fratello will have an easier time seeing what his team needs out there and will know what adjustments best suit this squad.
Carr, he's checked in for the Hawks. Tony comes in for Rivers. Here's Willis, and good coming off the assist by Spud Webb. Willis has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, an excellent mid-range shooter for a guy of his size. Willis can face you up now. When you think about Michael Jordan, you think about scoring, putting the ball in the basket. But he does a lot of other stuff out there as well, like moving the ball effectively.
Hodges checked in for the Bulls. And a change for the Hawks. Smith checked in for Spud Webb. Paxson against Tony. At the elbow, it's Wilkins.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:56 left in the third. Shot clock at 6. Smith outside. They grab their own miss. Here's Chicago. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Here's Jordan. And it's good from the elbow. Jordan's got 54 points.
Zero hesitation. Jordan showing complete confidence in his shooting ability.
You know, we touched on it. Last year, Michael Jordan Clark was actually 8th in the league in total assists. He was a top 10 assist guy.
It's not something that comes to mind when you think about him, but it's very impressive nonetheless, Kevin. Shows you what kind of leader he is. He knows he's got to get his teammates involved and work well with them for his team to be its best.
Yeah, he's a terrific facilitator.
No doubt.
Here in the third quarter, the Bulls, Clark, have managed to be pretty effective when it comes to defending Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, you know, their focus, Kevin, in terms of defending him, I think has really been good. Really good. And I think you can tell it started to frustrate Dominique a bit.
You can. The pass to Wilkins. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's Tony. And that's collected by Grant.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Jordan inside, covered by Smith. A shot by Jordan, no good.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And that one, good. Smith's got 4 points in the quarter.
Known as a jump shooter primarily, Smith is also skilled at getting it done in close.
As we get deeper into this game, Clark, it has been all Jordan offensively, as we can see, leaving Dominique well behind him.
You know, I didn't think it would be this one-sided. I mean, Jordan has just been operating at a totally different level, and Dominique has not managed to match that intensity or production.
You're so right. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Bulls on top, running away with this one. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Welcome back, everyone. We get into the fourth quarter of this thrilling game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. And this crowd is feeling it.
As this game wears on, you have to be so conscious of Michael Jordan. I mean, he's got something of a reputation for being a closer, and that's an understatement. He finds a way to push himself beyond his limits to come up with clutch points when his team needs it most.
On the court for Atlanta, Carr is out there with Livingston, and it's Smith. Then there's Tony, and it's Koncak in at the 5. Now Tony. With the teardrop, he lays it in.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Knowing that Michael Jordan likes to explode down the home stretch offensively, Clark, think the Hawks might increase the defensive pressure on them.
You know, it wouldn't shock me, Kevin, if they did just that. Just make sure somehow, some way, you don't allow him to put together a run.
And Clark, as we come toward the end of this game, winding our way toward the finish line, the Bulls are doing all they can to limit Dominique Wilkins' production.
And it's working. They're making a strong effort to keep Wilkins from getting a lot of shot attempts.
First team foul.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Livingston. And the layup's good off the glass. Livingston's got his first 2 points of the night.
When you take high-quality shots like Cliff Livingston does, you should shoot a high percentage.
Here's Jordan. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
As they keep expanding this lead, keep feeding him the ball.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter.
Hey, the defense had him wrapped up, but that's just terrific concentration by Smith to hit the shot. You know, something I like about both of these teams, the Bulls and the Hawks, is the experience they have, the range of experience. I mean, you've got younger guys like John Koncak and Horace Grant, and then you've got the seasoned veterans like Moses and Bill Cartwright. It's a really good balance.
And the dunk by Carr.
And being that Carr is 6'9", he's capable of throwing it down, especially when the defense is playing him like this.
And they double up Jordan. Down low. Kicks it to Armstrong. Off target with his 3. Clark, I've always wondered how valuable you think it is for younger players to get a chance to play alongside more experienced players.
Kevin, I think it's crucial and absolutely vital. Older guys have a way of being able to teach a young star so much about patience and which battles you fight and which ones you let go and how you carry yourself as a pro and all of the nuances of playing in the NBA. Good veterans can help young players set the tone for the rest of their careers.
Oh, that's a great answer. Smith feeling it out a bit. Fires from 18. Chicago grabs the miss. Here is Hodges. Jordan outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Jordan's got 11 here in this quarter alone. Jordan's gone an outstanding 3 of 4 from three-point territory. Got a piece of it. Out to Smith. Six on the shot clock. Misses off the right iron. Looking to keep it rolling.
Stay on the attack and keep playing the right way.
Steps back and fires. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this league can get.
Tony against Armstrong. Smith drawn the double team. Livingston the pass to Tony from the high post. Koncak, it's good on the putback.
Koncak put that one right back where it came from. Good for a handful of boards per game is the big fella.
Carr against Jordan. Good.
What a way for them to finish the game, closing it out with some terrific play.
Smith with it. The dish to Tony. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Back to Smith. Pass to Carr. That shot is off. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Jordan is doubled. Can't hit that one. Here's Atlanta now. Carr inside. Jordan's there. Carr, no good. Jordan deciding where to go with it. Over Carr. It falls.
What a competitor. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
And the Chicago Bulls, Clark, managed to pull out the win here tonight with Michael Jordan delivering a terrific performance to overcome Wilkins and these Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Kevin, able to beat Dominique's offensive talents once again. Always special, though, to watch these two go at it head-to-head. MJ got the better of Dominique this time.
He did tonight. But looking beyond just the 2 stars, Clark, as you like to say, this was a team win.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, Jordan cleared and made the way, but the rest of the Bulls did a terrific job keeping up with him and putting a lot of pressure on this Hawk squad. Well done by the Bulls.
This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.